Soldier Field opened back in 1924 with the Bears becoming tenants in 71, and what a home field advantage it has become here in Chicago. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Chicago Bears. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Play fake. Winston gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Christian McCaffrey.
Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
And he finds Stills, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down.
Buccaneer first down.
Play action now. Winston. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. That catch good for only a couple. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
A gain of 13. It's a first down. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Now the second down throw on target. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 26. 12 yards there and a first down.
First down.
Okay, I'm not so great at math, but I just looked over at our statistician Marvin, and he signaled to me 5 for 5 to get things started here on this opening drive. Where I come from, that's pretty good.
That is pretty good. Now, what do you do defensively to adjust?
Well, this is where you got to make a decision as a defensive coordinator. Do you really get after the quarterback, or maybe you tighten down on the receivers, bump them off of their routes, chip away at their timing so things aren't as precise as they've been so far in this game?
From the 2, here's 1st and goal. Winston now. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster the target once again, but it'll be second and goal.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone, and there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Second down and goal. Winston, and he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Touchdown.
Darren Waller, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive.
His kick is good.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Bears nothing.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And no return here from Westbrook. This will be a touchback.
25-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with Sony Michel. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll lose a yard there, and it's second and 11.
This Tampa Bay front was the toughest group to run the football against last year, and you can see why with plays like that. This is a good unit that got into the backfield and stopped that play before it could get started.
Ball at the 24 and a second and 11. From the gun, here's Newton. That's going to be caught by Richardson. He'll wind up getting 11 on that one. And they'll be faced with a third and inches.
Third down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Newton on third down. Complete. Richardson has it. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A gain there at 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Now a first down carry. It's Michel. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Throwing on second and 14. Newton. And this will be incomplete. He was looking for Paul Richardson there, and it's third down.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a third.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. That's out to his running back, Michel. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be fourth down. On fourth down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they'll be looking to make this a two-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
Options galore here. Second and a few inches. This is McCaffrey on the give. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 33-yard line.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Buccaneers 7, Bears nothing.
Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Winston. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Darren Waller. A gain of 8 yards.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. Throw right side, going to be caught by Waller. And he's got this down to the 35. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
McCaffrey following the penalty. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9. Working out of the gun, Winston. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
3rd down.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right out of and right up the middle.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. Or they'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. They're mounting a nice drive here. Good chunk of yardage there again. O-line, they've been solid this drive.
They have that look about them right now that says, if you do anything but run the ball behind us, you're crazy. They have really moved it well on this drive, and they want to finish it off the same way.
On second down, McCaffrey. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
Touchdown.
Christian McCaffrey. His fifth touchdown now on the year. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. And this one through the uprights and good.
Makes the score Buccaneers 14. Bears nothing.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0 to score as they regroup with 1st and 10. This drive starts out on the ground with Michel. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
Michel, the ball carrier.
It's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Newton. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
Brings up
some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. Throw left side complete. It's Richardson. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. A huge play there for Chicago. 46 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Here's Newton. That's to his running back, Sony Michel. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
To Sony Michel.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Newton is brought in by Jamison Crowder. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
10 at the 21-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down. Michel. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Right at the line of scrimmage.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Coming up at the half, a reminder we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. On 2nd down, here's Newton. And he'll get that to Michel, complete. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Sony Michel, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears draw a bit closer.
And that's another route the defenders would vote to take out of the game.
The wheel route?
Oh, without a doubt. You're just trying to move everybody in one direction. And whether it's a running back or another receiver, as they sit down on the sideline, you've got a problem on your hands.
Yeah, well, the defenders hate it there. It happened, and it resulted in a touchdown. And this will not be fielded. It's a touchback and comes out to the 25.
5-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
20. Hey, tight down. There you go. Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Check 13. Check 13. Shoot. Watch the shoot. Check 52. Check. Lucky. Hey.
On first down, Michelle, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Newton. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Newton. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Akella Witherspoon. He's at the 30, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. 3rd down, passing down. They throw the extra defensive back in there for a nickel package, and it worked out.
And it's not anything that you would think is just great strategy. It's just that when you have 5 defensive backs on the field and an obvious passing down, it's a lot tougher to complete a pass. And on that play, they completed it just to the wrong team, and it cost them 6 points.
Now Zerline on to add the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Buccaneers 21, Bears 7. Greg Zerline set to kick off.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And no return here from Westbrook. This will be a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hey. 4 down. 45.
To throw again, Newton. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
On first down, Newton. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. He was looking for Jamison Crowder there, but it'll be second down.
Grant Delpit on the coverage.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Throwing again. Newton going for the deep ball. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for Paul Richardson there. And that takes us from second to third down.
Kello Witherspoon on the coverage.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Newton throwing again. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it.
Intercepted by the Buccaneers. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Buccaneers out on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach,
Set to kick off.
the Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because...
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Jamison Crowder, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bears have cut it to within a score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. He'll start by handing this off to McCaffrey. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
The ball carrier.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. From the gun, Winston. Oh, looking for Waller, but this is intercepted. It's the rookie linebacker, Patrick Queen. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. For Jameis Winston, boy, an NFL record 7 pick-sixes thrown last year, part of his 30-interception season, and he throws another wayward ball here that's returned the distance. To Vecchio to add the PAT. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21.
That ties the game at 21 apiece.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This will make it into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
2nd and 21, a lot of ground to cover. Jameis to throw it. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. The all-pro corner, Tre'Davious White, picks it off. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll try to get this offense going with Michel. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Buccaneers' 33-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. And it's Michel once again. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
He's brought down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Here we go. 180, 20.
From the gun on 3rd down, Newton. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down. Michel, he'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
2nd and 8 coming from the 19. Operating from the gun, Newton. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And he will bring this all the way up to the 30-yard line. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed a quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 33-yard line.
Coming up on 2nd and 7. Now here's a whistle as flags come in. And we'll check out the call. And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
That false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. Winston. He's got Denzel Mims, the rookie from Baylor. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
First down, Tampa Bay.
The first down throw for Winston. This one complete to Jordan Reed. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A 14-yard pickup. That's 14 yards on 2 straight plays. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Play action now. Winston. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. And that'll bring up second down. To the air again with Winston. And Stills bringing it in. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 16. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down.
First down.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now this is the third-year man from Northwestern, Justin Jackson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
He was brought down at the 8.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Ball on the 8, 2nd and 2. Another run, this time McCaffrey. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal at the Bears' 5-yard line.
They'll come out in the pistol. Back at the 5-yard line now. 2nd and goal. On play action, Winston. And this is going to be intercepted. It's the rookie linebacker, Patrick Queen. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
They begin with Michelle on the ground. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 18-yard line.
One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. From the gun, here's Newton. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. The Bears on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. From the gun, Newton. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
And I know you can't really see it, but that play spells frustration with a capital F for the guys on defense. They covered everyone else, ended up going to the running back out of the backfield, and he picks up a back-breaking first down.
Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Here's Newton. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Second and 10. To throw again, Newton. That's out to his running back, Michel. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
1st and 10 at the 30.
One of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards.
34-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. Now it's Newton. And this is going to be intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it. Through an opening, and there he goes. And it's a pick six. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. In a tie game, 4th quarter, that's about as big of a defensive play as you can possibly make.
And it didn't happen by accident. That was scouting right there. They've seen things that have happened before. They knew in certain situations the type of plays they like to run. Read it, and were able to go after the football, get it, and take it into the end zone for a touchdown for themselves.
Greg Zuerlein set to kick off.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And can they regroup? That's the question. The pick six hurt, no doubt, but this is still a one-score game here in the 4th. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one goes for 24 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. To throw is Newton. And he completes it to Westbrook. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. On 1st and 10, Newton.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Not much there, only a yard. Now it's 2nd and 9. Throwing again is Newton. Under pressure, and he will go down. and sacked back at the 38. Credit the sack to Vita Vea.
Oh, you know that did not feel good. Vita Vea with the sack there. And we know he's a big-time presence on the defensive line, especially against the run. But he'll surprise you with his quickness and his upfield agility in order to get to the quarterback. If you're blocking him, it's going to be a long afternoon or evening, a tough proposition.
And my goodness, another interception. Marcus May with a pick. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Got a man. It's Mims. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 16. First down, Tampa Bay.
Buccaneers.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be taken down with a first down as they get about 14 out of that one, and we go to the 2-minute warning. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a throw out to his fullback is complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd down. Well, a clear running situation. Try to take time off the clock. You ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit him over the top.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. I'm assuming they're keeping this football on the ground, right?
I would think so, because you're looking at the clock. That's in your favor. You look at the geography of the field, right? Where you are, that's in your favor as well. Keep it on the ground. Keep pounding. Run that clock down. You got everything working in your direction.
It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Shotgun handoff down to McCaffrey. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. On the ground, McCaffrey. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up. The loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder. And they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. McCaffrey, and he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And no return here from Westbrook. This will be a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. That's the rookie from LSU, Grant Delpit. And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
And he's got it up and through.
Buccaneers 42, Bears 20.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. The sack by Jordan Willis.
Brought down back at his own 9-yard line. Tonight.